Alright, a lot of people on, hi, he's all puzzled. A lot of people on Facebook and on, YouTube and so on have been mentioning having, multiple identification things on your animals for disasters and for, other emergency reasons that you need to evacuate a situation. This is my dog's collar. You want the collar to be like this kind of collar, with the tongue and the buckle kind of collar, and then the holes for the tongue to fit through. His tongue on the collar fits that ring. That means that I can fit a couple fingers underneath the collar. When it's on him, you want to be able to fit just 2 fingers. That's tight enough that you know it's not going to slip off over the dog's head and they can escape. For a large to medium to large sized dog, you want that many fingers. You don't want the whole hand, you just want the 2. And you want slide-on tags. These will not fall off, get snagged and fall off on something. The slide-on tag here says service dog, and then my 2 main phone numbers, my cell phone and my dad's landline phone number. And then you want the dino tag, and I'll put the description things in the description box for ordering these kind of things. But you want this kind of tag as well. It has a QR code thing, and it has, in the yellow, it has the scan QR or visit dinotag.com/ and then it has its unique number. And you want those kind of tags because they will not come off as easily as, say, something that's attached here to the D-ring. Now, for the cats, for a cat, you want, get this out of the way, you want a harness for a cat, so that, because their anatomy is different, they don't do well with just a collar. You want a harness, and you want their tags on that harness. A rabies vaccine tag, and another tag with phone numbers, and the name. You want those kind of tags on a cat harness. There's also another ID. Thank you for rolling right over. You want another ID at least. You can do freeze brand on a dark colored dog. Say he was all dark color like this all over, he would have a freeze brand. This area of the coat is not quite, you would, freeze band could probably go right here in the thigh area. If I wanted, I could probably put my initials there or something, but I don't want anything that's going to mar his appearance too much. I have put, roll over here, fella. I have put, had a friend who knows what they're doing. They put a tattoo here, right along here. The first thing right here is the NDR, and then the number for his birth date or gotcha date, and my birth year's last 2 digits. It's very unique ID, and I will put the description stuff everything in the description of what I'm talking about and everything. Anyway, and then some people use microchips. I don't, because microchips have been known to migrate throughout the body or to literally be rejected by the body. The body will force it out somehow, or cause tumors, and I just don't feel right about that at all. So no microchips for my critters. I know that, is very, very whatever, but also microchips can be hacked. I found this out by someone who had a dog. She said that her dog was stolen, and a hacker was able to scan the chip, and then he was able to hack into the system and totally wipe out all her information on that chip database and totally edit it so that it no longer, could be claimed as her dog. That in itself I don't like either. So those are my reasons why I do not like microchip idea at all. So we went for the tattoo in the inner thigh area. I know it's kind of right up against, but I wanted it there because he's an American Pit Bull Terrier, and many people crop their ears, and so it didn't make sense to put it where he could lose the tattoo. So yeah. And if I were to get him freeze branded, that goes back to that again, I could probably try this section with my initials, maybe, and it might show up. It might show up as dark gray kind of color like this, splotch, sort of, since it's white area. I don't know, but I'm researching that. You goof. You're goofy. But yeah, so that gives you a couple ideas of for, disasters, emergencies, evacuation stuff, given all the crazy weather and all the crazy, everything going on lately. Hey, no, that is not a toy. No. You definitely want some different things on your animals, for ID purposes, and you definitely want your local law enforcement and animal shelters and so on to have all of that information, especially since he's a service dog for me, and my local animal control and so on has all his information that they possibly could need for in case there's any situation, and they had better return him to me. Because if they don't, well, I will get after them for, suing somehow, get them for theft. But anyway, I don't trust. Anyway, yes, I know, you're funny. So anywho, I hope this helps people, and I really hope that YouTube uploads this. It's getting kind of long. But anywho, you want also, for a cat, there you are, Furb. If I can, I'm going to try to do a tattoo thing with her too. You want it somewhere where it's going to be very easy to see, like maybe an ear on a cat. It may be a little less likely somebody will just, hey, mess with the ears of a cat, because that would be very obvious that something's not right. So I'm gonna get his collar back on, if he would Quit being such a goof. Come on, dude. Get up. Dude. Okay. Okay. Hold still. Yes, I know. Hold still, dude. You want the collar to fit properly so it doesn't slip over the head. If for some reason the dog were to pull backwards on his leash, and I will try to get this to demonstrate a little bit for you. I don't want him hurt, of course, but you do not want the collar to be able to pull over the head no matter what. So, say he's attached to his leash and he gets panicky and he tries to pull out of his collar. You don't want it to be able to pull off. That's when you know it's not going to. You can turn your head, dude. See, you want 2 fingers to fit on a large, medium to large size breed dog. You want only 2 fingers to fit. I know, dude, you're getting crazy. And then, for small dogs, like medium to toy breed size dogs, you only want 1 finger. Just 1 finger. Not 2, just 1. And you want that 1 finger to be able to fit under that collar so you know that it's not going to slip over the head like I tried to show you. I'm sorry, it's shaky right now. I'm trying to do. But yes, so you want to make sure that with the dogs, they cannot escape their collar at all. That is rule number 1 in these kind of situations. And you want 2 leashes. You want 2 leashes. One that is going to be on the collar for you to hold on to, and another backup collar or leash that's going to be attached to your belt or to your backpack, something, so that if your hands somehow let go of the one leash you're holding, the dog cannot escape from your control. And in the car, of course, you're going to want the dog to be in a harness and special seatbelt leash. If you don't have a crate. If you do have a crate, put the dog in the crate. Make sure that the crate is made so it cannot move, even if your car gets flipped over. Yeah, you're going to want it anchored down in the car somehow. And you're going to want the door of the crate so that it's very secure, so the dog can't escape without you doing something to help him out, you know? For that kind of situation, you're really going to want to avoid any places that are flooded, roadways, stuff like that. But anywho, so I hope this video helps people. I hope it helps explain things with emergency preparedness for your animals. Horses, you can do the same thing with horses for ID reasons. Cattle. Now, horses, by the way, horses, you can put a tattoo on the inner side of the upper lip, right in there. Yeah, I know he's a dog, but they put it usually right along in the inner side of the upper lip, right at the front. So that kind of tattoo, ID, animal control and so on, they usually put that where it's easy to find. And then cattle, I think they just freeze brand cattle anymore. They may do the old-fashioned burn brand as well. So you want to look on the hips of the cattle for Freeze brand IDs and ear tags and stuff like that. So yeah, just giving you a heads up on stuff on what to look for on Livestock as well as pets and so on. Alright, hopefully YouTube will upload this. This may take about a few hours for this to upload since it's now a 15-minute long video. Alrighty, later y'all. See y'all. Bye!